you can talk to your subconscious. It really wants to help. And I'm going to show you exactly how. But first, let's get a few things straight. Nobody will listen to you if you give unclear instructions. Subconscious is the exact same. If you're indecisive or you don't know what you want, there's nothing anyone can do for you because they've got mixed information. So nothing is going to change. If you're giving mixed instructions, if you're changing your mind on what you want, or you're just getting annoyed, nothing will change. When you want to be understood and you want to have a task carried out to finish, you must understand how that person or that thing or that awareness that's completing the task takes in information. So your subconscious is no different to anyone or anything or any other entity. They are all busy running patterns on repeat. They're multitasking. They're working with other people. And your subconscious is working with other awarenesses, like the conscious mind and the superconscious. And they all have their own agenda. They too are all busy and they're all running tasks on repeat. So, in order to get our attention, we must understand the dynamics between all of these different consciousnesses. So, for the purpose of today, I'm going to just work with the three main ones that you're familiar with. So, first, you have the conscious mind and you have the subconscious. So, in the conscious mind, you have things like what is exactly happening to you in the moment. So, for the purpose of this exercise, just pick one thing that you want to change. It can be anything at all. It doesn't matter what you pick, but you must pick just one thing and stick with it. So, just pick one thing. So, exactly what's in the conscious mind is exactly what is happening to you consciously in the moment. And it includes things like how your life is playing out with that thing. So it's like, I am seriously unfit. I am in pain. I can't pay my bills. uh, Whatever it is, right? I can't get a job. I can't meet a woman. That's the stuff that's happening consciously. But also in the conscious mind is the emotions. It's the feeling and the emotions and literally what's playing out in front of you. So what happens when you can't pay your bills? How do you feel when you can't pay your bills? When you keep getting rejected, how do you feel? How is it playing out? How exactly is it affecting you? So this is like literally everything that is playing out on a day-to-day basis, all about how you feel, what's happening in the minute. Okay, in the subconscious is literally all of the data. It's what you dumped over here when you felt a certain way. So you dumped all this data over here and you said, can you sort this out, please? Can you stop this from happening? Can you keep me safe? Because keep me safe was the main instruction. So in the conscious mind, it's everything that is playing out. And that includes all of your feelings, all of your emotions, exactly what's happening in the moment. So when I go out and nobody talks to me, I feel rejected. When I don't get invited to the party, this is how it plays out. When I can't pay my bills, I get so anxious. When I get overwhelmed, like this is literally exactly everything that you can see, everything you can feel. This shit is real. This is how my life looks. In the subconscious, what we have done is when this consciously happened or started happening or keeps happening on repeat, we've dumped all the data over here to the subconscious mind. And in the subconscious, it's literally everything that has happened to me here, we've just kind of like dumped it over here. And the only instruction we ever give to the subconscious was, can you keep me safe? So the subconscious is literally doing everything it can, working away in the background, firefighting since the day you were born or even before that, since you were conceived in the womb, literally firefighting. And the only instruction it ever got was to keep me safe. Now, this is really, really important for you to know before we go on in the meditation, because it never got any other instruction. That was the only instruction it got. So I really need you to have that drop in for you. It is keep me safe. It is important to note that in keeping me safe, this includes all of the data that's coming in all of the time. It's like a data machine. So it's taking in shit, this happened, this needs to be put in place. It's putting in systems and putting them on repeat so it can be more effective, so it can be more efficient in the long run, so that it can keep you safe, because shit's happening all the time and it's just literally storing. This is data. That's all it is. Data. And it's the decision that was made in the moment, the best possible decision it could have made to keep you safe. That's it. All that is data. That's really important for you to leave that drop in as well. So the superconscious is like a huge, big awareness that just came for the ride. Literally. It came for the spin. It doesn't feel any of these emotions. It doesn't have anything to do with the data. It's kind of like a gateway, as if it were. And it was put in place there just to kind of oversee everything. And, it's just literally here for the ride. It literally watches all this data, all this shit happening. It literally sees all the stuff that's happening in your consciousness, like the way your life is playing out. Does it give a shit? No, it doesn't care. The superconscious is just like an awareness on the surface that's like, damn, this is cool. Okay, so there's no information up there. But in our meditation today, we're going to work with the superconscious, because the superconscious is amazing to take instructions without all the emotion and without all the other stuff. But we do need to look at what's in here as well. So for the purpose of our meditation today, I want you to pick one thing that you want to change, and we're going to meditate on that. Now, as we go through the meditation, we will tidy up the instruction, as in what do we really, really want, as opposed to not what we don't want, because that's kind of the instruction we've been given all the way along. The subconscious already has, oh, we don't like this, right? It knows that already, and it is trying to keep you safe. So we're going to tidy up that instruction, and we're just going to breathe through it. And as always, I'm going to just pick some really easy breathing, and we're just going to meditate on it. Let's have a look and see what's there. Okay, so let's settle into your chair. And just allow the breath to drop. Just allow the body to calm. Because the first instruction you need to give your body is that I am safe now. Otherwise, it's never going to look at anything. It's never going to want to look at anything. It's never going to change anything, because it's in flight mode. So we need to turn off the flight mode and just soften and allow our body just to calm, allow the breath to deepen, and allow ourselves to just drop in to quietness. Feel your bum on the chair. Feel your feet on the ground. And just allow the mind to calm and allow the breath to deepen. And just pick one thing. You can always come back to this video and just play repeat over and over and different things. but you just want to pick one thing for now. This just really bothers something that's annoying or frustrating that you just have tried a million different ways to change. And it's just not changing. So pick that one thing and stick with it. Breathe in through the feet, in through the body. Just going to stick with central channel breathing for today, filling all of the way up to the top of the head, above, and on and down, and out through the feet. And up. Allowing the belly to fill all the way to the top of the head. Down and out through the feet. A few more times. Nice, just allowing the body to soften. Now just see what the instruction is that you want to change. And you can see it like as if you were to write it on a piece of paper. Or it can be that your life looks a certain way, but it needs to be really, really clear. It can't be like, I don't want this anymore, because it'll just send the body back into flight mode again. It needs to be, this is what I want. So, yeah. So don't get caught up on, that it's like, oh, I can't look for this, or it's too big, or I don't know, or I'm not sure if I stick with this, then it means I can't have something better, because people's minds straight away can see that it just like revs up. So I don't want you to go there, because that's like, that's all the shit that's there. That's all the data, basically, if you like, stopping you from making any decision at all. And it's sending you back into flight. So instead, just pick one thing. It's like just one thing. It doesn't really matter what it is. It can be, that you fit into a certain dress, or that you want your skin to look glowing, or just pick one thing and make it positive. How would it feel to, have somebody to, hold your hand and have fun with? Like, try and get into the feeling of what's positive without getting too attached to the nitty-gritty, because that's already your subconscious waking up, being like alert, and we don't want to go there. So keep it nice and calm, nice and quiet. Like I say, you can come back and repeat this process over and over and over again, and I have a million more processes, that you can repeat and do, or you can do private session if that works better for you. So just allow it to calm and pick one thing. Now put the thing in the positive. So I will feel fantastic when I have this, when I do this, and try and bring in like that positive sense into it. Yeah, it would be great. It would be a start. It would be amazing. It would be fabulous. And it has to be for you specifically. When you're putting something in the positive, it can't be that, so-and-so will be proud of me, or, no, the bank will be happy with me, get off my case. No, they'll take their foot off my neck. No, it can't be any of that, or, my boss will do X, Y, or Z. That is like, they're all secondary intentions. I've spoken about them just barely in the first video. I might do a little bit more again. they're important, but we don't need them now. So just bring it back to like, this is how I want to feel. Yeah, damn, good. Yeah, feel. Okay, so this is, bring it into your body. Okay, lovely. So this is where you want to go, and this is your instruction. It's very important that you are telling all parts of you that are listening, that are aware that this is the instruction. This is the new instruction. Yeah. And you get a kind of a softness in your body when you do that. It's like, yes, I'd be happy with this. This would be amazing. It would be great. And like some of you, I know your mind has gone like, oh, but I want, and blah, blah, blah. But no, just this one thing right now in this moment. This would be beautiful, fantastic, wonderful, whatever it is. Okay, just bring the feeling in. Yeah, and leave it settle down. And it can be kind of like, a thought that comes in, like a leaf that would float all the way down. Just leave it float down into your system and kind of like settle in, if you like. Yeah, this is the instruction for now. Super. Okay. Now let's have a look at what is in our conscious mind in relation to that right now. And the board, because I lowered my seat. It doesn't matter. In the conscious mind, it's like literally everything that's happening now. In relation to this thing, this is how my life is currently playing out. Yeah. So it's kind of like it's its own person. It's got its own kind of body. It's its own entity, if you like. So this is what is in my conscious mind. This is what is currently happening. This is how it feels. Now, for some of you, this can kind of rev up emotions straight away. And it's okay if it does, but we just want to keep them a little bit light because we're just looking at them now. We don't need to feel them fully. So just we're looking at them. And it's like everything in my conscious mind. It's literally, this is how my life looks at the minute. This is the shit that I have to deal with. And just leave it have its own space for now. And all I want you to do, now I still want you to keep breathing all the way up to the top of the head beyond and all the way down. It's very important that you keep the breathing slow and steady. And the reason is because it stops you getting stuck in the emotion of it. And like I have a million different breathing techniques and I go back to this all the time because it can just keep you steady in the moment. So we're looking at this consciousness here, this space of the shit that you have to deal with. This is the pain, the feeling, the whatever it is. This is its own space. And I want you to meet it with understanding. Like as if it's a person. Like just, it's got its own being. And you just say, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is the shit that you're dealing with. I'm so, so sorry. I'm so sorry. Now, there's a lot in here. And for some people, they won't be able to feel much or anything because they've all the emotions shut down. And for some of you, you'll be feeling everything all at once together here now. And these are just basically the patterns that you have put in place for dealing with this thing that you want to change consciously. So if there's no feeling at all, okay, let's deal with the other side first. So if there's a lot of emotion coming up, I want you to really focus on the breathing. And I want you to hum. Any note. It makes no difference. We're not on X Factor here. We're just clearing the emotion. So just hum through the emotion and it will clear it. Because some of this stuff is hard, right? Because you're dealing with it every day. You've had it for the last 20 years. It's like pain, it's whatever your challenge is. And hum. If there's no emotion coming up with this and you're just looking at it and it's like it's a shit show and you've no feeling towards it, it is very likely that you have shut down any emotion towards it. But that in itself is not a great pattern because all of it is shut down. And in order to heal it, you must feel it. You must witness it. So for those of you that have a lot of emotion coming up, just feel it and hum. I'm so, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you're going through this. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry you have so much pain. I'm so sorry you can't pay your bills. I'm so sorry you have to put up with this shit. I'm so sorry this has been playing on repeat. I'm so sorry your nervous system is shot. I'm so sorry you're just ready from this. And for those of you that didn't feel any emotion and really kind of are refusing to feel it, just allow a little bit to come up. Because it won't heal, it won't start to heal without doing that. Just allow a little bit more up. And it's a little bit more. And I know it's like I said, I don't want to look at it because I don't want to feel it. It's a shit show. I'm so, so sorry. Now, you've just kind of given it its own kind of like field. So we're just going to leave it there. And we're just going to feel into where all the data has been held in our subconscious. Now, for some of you, this data is going to kind of like be stuck everywhere. It can feel like in a certain part of your body, like in your tummy, you know, your dantian, lower dantian. It can feel, you know, like in your head if you're an overthinker. So it can be in different places in your body. But it's all the data. And for some people, it'll feel kind of like there's a vibration there because it's your nervous system has been on repeat on this for so long. So just see if you can kind of like tidy it up as if it were. So you can just kind of like tidy it all up. So if it's stuck everywhere, you just want to tidy it up and just kind of bring it out your body a little bit and just kind of leave it there. And it's just all of the data. It's all of the stuff, the reactionary kind of stuff, if you like. It's just like, this is what I've been trying to do, how I've been firefighting since, you know, the year dot. And I want you just to notice it and see it without knowing what's in there. We don't want to know what's in there. We don't care what's in there. It's just data. but we do want to acknowledge it. So we're just going to say, I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry. This is a lot. I'm so, so sorry. It's a lot. I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's just so much. And more data keeps coming in every day, and it's just like so much. So we're just witnessing it without knowing what's in there. We don't need to know what's in there. Because we're kind of treating it like its own person, if you like. And when you're dealing with a person and they're going through shit, you don't really need to know all of the stuff they're going through. You just need to be there for them. So it's like they're there. I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry. Now, if emotions are kind of coming up, it's because the conscious mind is, still there, and it's like feeling all this stuff because all this stuff is happening. So now, I want you to get the conscious mind to speak with the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is all of this emotion. And if it's a lot of emotion for some of you, just hum. And it'll just help to clear it. It will soften it a little bit. Yeah. Just allow it to relieve a little bit of it at a time. And then the subconscious is there with all the data. And I want you, as if it were that they could kind of see each other. And I want you, the conscious mind, to look at all of the data, because it's created all of this with all the emotion, with all of the doing, the do. So I want to, as if the conscious mind could look at the subconscious and just say, like, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. This is a lot. I've shoved a lot onto you. And I know you're doing the best you can. I'm so sorry. I am so, so sorry. And the subconscious is there, and it's like wounded. It's like two teenagers that have been fighting, and they've beaten the living crap out of each other. And it's like they're broken, they're beaten, and they just, they're like, okay, this can't go on. So the subconscious is looking at the conscious with all the data, and it realizes it's got a lot to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And it just says, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I'm so, so sorry. I'm so sorry. So it's like they stop beating the crap out of each other, and they're just there. And keep breathing all the way up to the top of your head and beyond, all the way down to the soles of your feet. Long and slow. And so they look at each other and they're like, okay, I'm really, really sorry. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Conscious mind says to the subconscious, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is just like, I'm sorry. I was hurting. I am sorry. I am hurting. I'm sorry. I've torn a lot of crap over onto you. And the subconscious is like, I'm raggedy. I'm run ragged every day. I have all this information. I have so much data coming in on a regular basis. I am broken. But I'm sorry. I see your challenge now. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. So it's like two people, they just settle. And if it's like, if it feels like two teenagers, you just like let them sit on one bed, the other one sits on the other bed, and it's like, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I haven't been reasonable. I am so sorry. So they're both there witnessing each other. The conscious mind is looking at the subconscious looking at the conscious. I'm so sorry. I am so freaking sorry. I'm sorry. I never saw it from your perspective. I'm so sorry. God, the subconscious is to the conscious. I'm sorry. I didn't see it from your perspective. And the conscious mind says to the subconscious, like, yeah, it's a lot. Like, you know, I mean, I'm expecting you to help me make changes, but I just don't know what to do. And the subconscious says, like, I'm doing my best. I'm repatterning everything you throw into me. But I just, like, I'm exhausted. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So as they sit there and witness each other, they realize it's a lot to do. This is a lot, and we've been throwing it over on each other, and we need help with this. So, like I showed you earlier, can I move the camera a bit? So you have the conscious, you have the subconscious, and then you have the superconscious. So the superconscious is kind of like superconscious. Like I told you, it's just there for the spin. Just came for the journey. Just came for the ride. It's just minding its own business. It doesn't know, like, this is like, you know, it's not making any assumptions or it just sees it. So it's kind of like they knock on the door. And they're like, we need help with this. We can't sort it out. We need help. So they join hands and they speak to the superconscious. And they just say, look, we don't know how to sort this out. We need help with this. We're so friggin' sorry. We're so sorry. We've been butting heads for years now. Years and years and years. We don't know how to sort it out. Can you help us? And the superconscious says, yeah, sure. Like, what do you want? And they say, we're just so sorry. We've been butting heads with this for years. This is what we want. We want to feel this way. And we're going to join together to create this. But we need instructions. We don't know how it's going to happen. It's so new to us. We're so sorry. And superconscious looks at both of them, the conscious mind, subconscious mind. And superconscious says, well, you've created a bit of a mess, all right. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I mean, I thought this is what you wanted. I'm just here for the spin, hey? No, I'm sorry. You know, if you want help, I can help you, but you need to give me a really solid instruction. And they say, this is the instruction we want. Can you create completely new instructions for us? Superconscious is, yeah, sure. Not a bother. So, superconscious is kind of like the gateway to all things everywhere. Breathing long and deep. Says, yeah, I'll help you. So it's like the three of them catch hands. So the conscious mind, subconscious, and the superconscious. It's like the three of them are there together. And they say, we're so sorry. We are so sorry. We are so sorry. We've made such a mistake. Can you give us the instructions how to go forward with this exact and it's as if the three friends are there. And this opens kind of like a gateway to divinity for me. It's the most beautiful space. And just allow the information to come on in. And for some of you, there'll be a lot of emotion still. So if there is a lot of emotion still, just allow it to clear. Doesn't matter what the note is. And for the for the subconscious, it can be like still data kind of shuffling around. We're not going to get stuck in the data. We're not going to get involved in it. Look, it's been able to take instructions from the ear dot. So we're just going to trust that it's able to take the instructions. And just allow the information to stream on down. Now, for some of you, might have to do this a few times. To give your body a chance to take in the information and to process it all. So, or you can just sit here when I finish up now here in a minute or two. You can just sit here and allow the information just trickle on down. And of course, you can go back and replay this process for any number of different changes you want to make. It's a very, very simple process. Like it's not an exact process because I don't plan what I'm going to do before I get here. I just draw on all of the different learnings, qualifications, if you like, that I have amassed over the years and use what is literally in the field. So just sit and let that information just trickle down. And of course, subscribe to my channel. So I really want to do more with you. And make sure to comment and let me know how this process was for you. Last few breaths here. Just allowing the body to take in all of this new information for this new way of being. When you're ready, open your eyes. and have a great day. Much love to you.